Attention, the result shouldn't be surprising. The second flip-flop oscillates at half the speed of the first one, or a quarter of the speed of the clock. We can continue adding as many flip-flops as we want. Each additional flip-flop makes the signal oscillate twice as slowly as before. This effect has many applications unrelated to our main goal today, but they're still fascinating. Some of you may have seen Steve Mould's video explaining how a quartz crystal oscillator, producing a signal oscillating over 32,000 times per second, needs to be slowed down to once per second for use in digital clocks.
And when I say chain of flip-flops, what do I mean? Well, a flip-flop is just a little bit of logic circuitry. I'm not going to go into how a flip-flop can be built.
This is exactly what he was talking about, although he took a rather literal approach with the flip-flops.
It's Boot's biggest ever
Here, and I'll give you time to recognize it. Did you spot it? If not, let me help you. Consider the content of the 4 flip-flops as a 4-bit number. If you look carefully, you can notice that every clock rising edge causes this number to increment by 1. When the maximum value representable by a 4-bit number is reached, the next rising edge returns 0, where it begins incrementing again. Flip-flop comes to the rescue. We just learned that in this setup, each rising edge of the clock signal toggles the flip-flop, producing a new signal at half the frequency of the original clock signal. What if we take this slower signal and use it as the clock input of a second flip-flop? For our particular case, we'll use the inverse signal, which we get by using inverted Q instead of Q. If you've been paying attention, the result shouldn't be surprising. The second flip-flop oscillates at half the speed of the first one, or a quarter of the speed of the clock. We can continue adding as many flip-flops as we want. Each additional flip-flop makes the signal oscillate twice as slowly as before. This effect has many applications unrelated to our main goal today, but they're still fascinating. Some of you may have seen Steve Mould's video explaining how a quartz crystal oscillator, producing a signal oscillating over 32,000 times per second, needs to be slowed down to once per second for use in digital clocks.
And when I say chain of flip-flops, what do I mean? Well, a flip-flop is just a little bit of logic circuitry. I'm not going to go into how a flip-flop can be built.
This is exactly what he was talking about, although he took a rather literal approach with the flip-flops.
It's Boot's biggest ever
Here, and I'll give you time to recognize it. Did you spot it? If not, let me help you. Consider the content of the 4 flip-flops as a 4-bit number. If you look carefully, you can notice that every clock rising edge causes this number to increment by 1. When the maximum value representable by a 4-bit number is reached, the next rising edge returns 0, where it begins incrementing again. We can abstract this circuit into a single component. Note that the clock isn't part of the component, as we might not always want the value to increment automatically. For example, replacing the clock with a push button allows us to control when the rising edges occur. As a result, the stored value increments only when we press the button. And just like that, we've created a binary counter. Now we can finally assemble all the puzzle pieces. Remember, we needed a mechanism that periodically changes the decoder's input to alternate between different execution process stages. Since we're dealing with 4 stages, we need a 2-bit binary number as input, so a binary counter made from 2 JK flip-flops is enough. And since we don't want to push a button every time we want our computer to advance to the next stage, we connect the binary counter to a clock, making the computer progress to the next stage on every rising edge. And there we have it. Now we have a very basic idea of how a clock continuously instructs a computer to move one step forward. Of course, because electronic clocks can be extremely fast, this also explains how computers can execute instructions at incredibly high speeds. Without electronic clocks, computers would not be as fast as we know them, because the oscillating signal would have to be created in another way, probably with moving mechanical parts, which would be many orders of magnitude slower. And if you learned something today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm George.
Emits is easily seen using this 5x5 detector array, but what exactly is this detecting? This video is sponsored by Vector the Explained Topic. Using an invisible Jedi magnetic force, these little objects attract ferrous materials and their attraction is permanent. It's honestly remarkable, but is that the positive side? You and me produce permanent static electric fields, and we're all familiar with
goal in this part of the video is to understand how instructions like load and store are executed at the hardware level. If you are not familiar with assembly language, don't worry. I'll explain some of these instructions along the way.
Yellow card, please. Yellow card, 15 minutes for you now. And reload the track.
Every course on drilling is designed for learning by doing, not just reading. You can choose from numerous lessons in various areas of science, like math, statistics, and computer science. One of the best courses available now is on how large language models work. You'll learn the fundamentals of this incredible technology that is currently changing the world. Not only that, but you'll also get hands-on with real language models and learn about the importance of training data so you can continue learning LLM. You can sign up for 1 month of free premium period and get a 20% discount when subscribing by accessing learning from your real language models and learn about how large language models work. You'll learn the fundamentals of this incredible technology that's currently changing the world. Not only that, but you'll also get hands-on with real language models and learn about the importance of training data so you can continue learning LLM. You can sign up for 1 month of Brilliant Premium for free and get a 20% discount when subscribing by accessing brilliant.org/4count.
Why so serious?
Or using the link in the description below. Now let's answer, where do the input signals for these components come from? As discussed in a previous video, assembly language serves as a human-friendly representation of code that computers can understand. When we write assembly, an assembler, a specialized compiler, translates this human-readable code into binary machine code. This sequence of bits contains all the essential information to instruct the computer. For example, in a previous video we established that if the first 2 bits are 0, 0, the computer interprets the instruction as an arithmetic operation. In that particular case, the third and fourth not only to select a specific register, but also to activate either its write or its read. And one of them should be activated depending on the instruction. Since we've already designated the decoder to differentiate between different instruction types, we can use the outputs of that decoder to ensure that only the desired input is activated according to the instruction. This allows us not only to select a specific register, but also to activate either its write or its read enable signal, but not both at the same time. Moreover, if these two registers, such as in the case of another type of instruction, this setup prevents any signal from reaching the registers, thus keeping the user around the code.
Next time.
Jasne, jeszcze to nagrywaj.
Yeah, recording.
A ja już skanuję przestrzenie najbliższej mojej żeby mnie poobijać nie chcę.
Okay, Os. Recording give you a second chance. Like this. Shoes, boots.
This action allows the data bus to output the value sent to the registers, since only the write enable signal that register will overwrite its content to receive value. Not register with specific enable location. Therefore, the decoder should activate only the read enable signal of the register specified in the third and fourth bit of the instruction. In this case, the read enable signal of register 2. This action makes the value of that
Wi-Fi control.
It's worth noting that the same wire that activated the memory
Wi-Fi
read enable signal
control.
to the code instruction, not deactivating it, which is precisely what we want. In store instruction, we aim to write to memory instead. The last 4 bits of the instruction indicate where we want to write the value being inputted into the device. And to prompt memory to write that value into that location, the write enable signal of the memory should be activated. We achieve this by connecting the input to the corresponding output of the instruction decoder. And that's it. The value in register 2 is called the instruction register. The output data lines of this special register are used as input for the components that decode the instruction. I'll get back to this register in a few. Before I need the register to write to or read from, we can use a symbol. There are 2 reasons I'm mentioning this. First, if I discussing these design decisions is when we start talking about architecture. Now, this might be complicated, but let's focus on logical design. Different architectural designs can achieve the same result given the same instruction. From one perspective, we say they are compatible
We
architecture.
complement each other, we go well together, we make each other better. We complement each other means we give each other compliments to dress.
For example, Consider two similar
What do you
architectures
ask
where
for?
the only difference is the interconnection of the instruction register output to the second one. This apparently trivial change causes both architectures to perform completely different functions. While in the first architecture, the sequence of bits in the instruction register means load the current value of register 2 in memory location 15. In the second architecture, the same sequence of bits means
while
load into register
discernible
1
means
the value
able to
stored
be
in memory location 15.
subtle,
Thus, despite appearances, the architectures are identical.
And
If you
finally,
ever wondered why a
perhaps the
program
most
compiled with
grievous
Intel
request,
x86 machines
an
cannot run on a
ergonomically
Mac or
designed
Raspberry Pi with ARM chips,
Alright.
computers that understand ones and zeros? Well, that's the reason. While the executable file is a list of instructions the Intel CPU can follow, that same file is a meaningless sequence of ones and zeros that other architectures just can't understand. Let's continue with the main topic. We were talking about the instruction register, but before understanding how it works, let's see how our architecture executes arithmetic operations. We'll omit unnecessary components for simplicity. As described earlier, the first two bits being 00 indicate an arithmetic operation. To perform this, we'll use it and execute it gives you a brief idea of how this component, which we will call the control unit, works under
To add an element of dynamically shifts. The idea of allowing the LEDs to blend their colors at select moments. Creating areas of white light would add depth and transformation to your piece. This subtle yet ever-changing illumination could enhance the perception of the Schweinsteigelke and shadows, giving the entire work an organic, almost breathing quality. The resulting effect could highlight the contrasts you've already mentioned. The interplay between
This is
vibrant,
perhaps the most important part of this video.
isolated colors and the grayish, grounded background. By using white light as a result of the RGB mix, you could create moments of completion in the composition, spots where the viewer's perception shifts to a more harmonious, blended experience.
Inside the control unit,
It's
there
a
are several
brilliant way
registers,
to add
such as the
layers to the
instruction register
emotional and
the
visual
address register.
experience, making the piece
Additionally,
feel
there are
alive.
1-bit registers called
Would you
flags,
consider
which are very
experimenting with
important
different
in
speeds of the color transitions,
packed inside
perhaps
the
to convey various moods or
Go to the
rhythms?
salon, check the connection on it,
They
programming,
pay someone
lighting,
birthday.
lighting, speed.
Unlike the general purpose registers, the registers inside the control unit each have a specific purpose. We already know the purpose of the instruction register. The address register's purpose is to point to the memory location of the next instruction the CPU will execute. Currently, that location is 0. To load the instruction into the instruction register, the control unit activates the memory read-enable input, so the memory can output the value stored at the provided address. In our architecture, this value is sent to multiple registers, so the control unit must activate the write-enable input of the instruction register. This process of bringing instructions from memory to the CPU is known as the fetch stage. Then comes the decode stage. The outputs of the instruction register are inputs for all the internal components of the control unit. In this step, the internal circuitry reads and interprets the bit sequence in the instruction register in order to send the necessary signals to all components needed to execute that specific instruction. And once everything is set up, the CPU can execute the instruction. In this example, copying the value from memory location 14 to register 0. This is known as the execute stage. And just like that, our CPU has run the first instruction of the program. After executing the instruction, the internal circuitry of the control unit increments the value of the address register. In our architecture, the value is increased by 1 because each instruction is 1 byte long. Modern architectures have thousands of possible instructions, so instructions are much larger, and the increment value can vary. This increment operation ensures that when the CPU goes back to the fetch step, the address register points to the next instruction of the program. And the cycle repeats. The instruction is loaded into the instruction register, decoded, and then executed. Here, copying the value in memory location 15 into register 1. Afterward, the address register is incremented, pointing to the third instruction during the following fetch stage. This time, the instruction is an arithmetic operation, specifically, an addition between the values in registers 0 and 1, which were loaded in the previous 2 instructions. The control unit
Your drivetrain will wear through over that distance, and you're looking at under $350. Additionally, should you crash or drop your bike, there is no rear derailleur or These drivetrains are cleaner, quieter, and longer lasting. In fact, they can last upwards of 30,000 kilometers. I've never dropouts. Let's now take a look at the differences between the 8 and 11 speed models. First up, it's the gear range. Kilometers per hour in the top gear, while the 8-speed hub will only take you up to 43 kilometers per hour. Next, we're comparing the gear steps. Gear steps are
Sick and tired, getting older. I keep getting lost, trying to find my way.
Looking your way, I go to emotional, where are what big and what are Yes. Everybody knows what I'm doing every day. When? When? It's Wednesday. Next. Composition. Combo. Rera. Break. Break or break and lose. Probably second. Probably break. We'll have a trajectoria mai. No way. My
Lies everywhere. Lies of the world. Lies of the city. Lies everywhere. The way I think. The way that I
Oh, the boat.
one behind me, one before me.
Go ahead. She remembers. You know. Edziu.
Raz. Ty, ja trochę prądu chcesz?
It's a lady.
Turn your head so you
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lady.
lose chains on
Very
the
lady. Like everyone, part of fun.
bloodstains in the morning.
Amazing, the one point. Something alright. I find something alright, and he knows what this is, and she knows what this was.
There's
I
something
find
alright.
something alright, and he knows what this was, and she knows what this was.
Something alright. I don't know what it is.
I know, I find.
Something alright.
Something alright. I find something alright, and you know what,
Something alright.
and you know what this was.
The demand quickly rose for the west came from the foot of Bill's central pumping stations, supplying pressure water to pipelines to consumers. An under-hydraulic power company was founded in 1882, and this station still retains its original pumping. Today it operates more miles of pipeline than ever before. Water is an excellent hydraulic liquid in many respects, but it has its disadvantages. It's often impossible to prevent it corroding the system, by choking valves with rust and scoring the bands of their pack. It calls a poor season, and it calls for a large pump when it's low rate.
Oh, ma domani computer la date, yeah? Gramy.
It doesn't mean to be body power packs such as this are fast becoming a universal tool. To define a unit, it comes over 50 years of development in two main directions and ever increasing sophistication. This transfer machine is completely automatic and performs a cycle of 31 separate operations on motor car crankshafts. Pressure and flow control valves ensure each drill bores the crankshaft at optimum speed. When the required depth of penetration is reached, direction control valves are activated to control the drill. And this crankshaft has finished the cycle. But the heart of any hydraulic mechanism is the pump. Pumps fall into two main categories, of which the first is rotary and positive displacement. There are four main types in this category, and they all work on the same principle. The traditional principle of pumping, consisting of a suction stroke and a delivery stroke, except that these strokes are produced by rotary action. The chamber is created on the inlet side, which draws in liquid by vacuum. The trap liquid is then carried around to the outlet side, where it is of course squeezed out as the chamber disappears.
Only I feel that.
Rotary pumps differ only in the methods by which they produce these expanding and contracting chambers.
Every time open.
First together. Here the disengagement of the teeth on the inlet side forms a permanently expanding chamber, sucking in oil.
Ready no stick.
Floating with the teeth to the outlet side. You can't get back to the inlet side because the teeth come into mesh with the cylinder and form a steam. So it's expelled through the outlet port.
Every day different.
The main pump creates its chambers by employing a circular rotor within an oval stator. In the rotor are three moving vanes. Here's one working under a stroboscope, which produces a slow motion effect. Oil under pressure is fed to the roots of the vanes, forcing them outwards into the two narrow crescent-like chambers each side of the rotor. Let's consider the right-hand chamber. If we place an inlet port in the expanding part of it, oil will be sucked in by vacuum. And the oil is pushed out again by situating the outlet port in a contracting area. Similar to the vane is the cam rotor pump. In a sense, it's its opposite, for the stator is circular, the rotor oval, and the two vanes are housed in the stator. They act as seals between the inlet and outlet ports. So the chamber appears over the inlet port, sucking in oil, and carrying it round to the outlet port. Here the oil can progress no further due to the presence of the vane, so it's pushed out. Here's a cutaway model of a screw pump. It consists of a main screw with mating top and bottom screws, which act as sealing members. If we watch the left-hand end of the middle screw, we see a series of chambers forming and moving to the right. The oil is sucked into and carried along by the chambers, and is discharged in the outlet end. It can't escape en route due to the seal formed by the top and bottom screws. Screw pumps are cycling and free from pulsation.
Psychology.
And therefore suitable for jobs like the operation of submarine hydraulic gear, where of course such is more important. They're used to fire the rudder. Hydroplane. Even the periscope. An interesting example of the uses to which rotary pumps are put is this fire inspection. It consists of a double engagement of the teeth of the inlet, like an expanding chamber, sucking in oil, which is then carried round between the coating of the teeth and the outlet side. You can't get back to the inlet side because the pressure of steam below this and the pressure of the atmosphere outside were now about equal. Cold water was then injected into the steam, which condensed. here force the piston down. The steam is once again admitted to the cylinder, and the condensed water in the cylinder blown out. The piston was again pulled to the top of its stroke by the weight of the pump rods, and the cycle repeated. These engines were called atmospheric engines. This is a model of such an engine built in France in 1735. Here we see the open cylinder top, and below, equilibrium valve. The pressure of the steam on each side.
You okay? No, I don't. Are you gonna have more column line or salute? Techniques of the hobby. Record there of techniques. Of course, and course of and
On the road, got me 10 feet off the ground. You want to say that I'm just getting down. Oh, tell me that you need it, don't dumb me down. Tell me that you're sorry, think I've done you wrong. That's the podcast. That's the podcast.
too late. About this time. Go for that 5 days of Friday meeting. Okay.
When I heard that sound,
When I make this song, when the world is waking for my inspiration. About me one more time, more, about me, more about me, about me, more about me, more about me, You said everything was with your earth. When I make the song, and the world, and then my globe and my fears, thinking about me. And me. Seriously. This is almost slow. Not slow. Scale slow as I like it. They honor me, on the street, they are no. Yes, of course. The light of the reflection. What I have power, the light from reflection. From the mirror. From the color light. From the black mirror. Dark mirror. Dark like some freak. Not today. Black or maybe TV mirror. Screen mirror. Your reflection of your emotion. When the moon is... Next. When I made this song, and the world then waiting, and I'm thinking about me, about me. I'm thinking about me, be alive. This life, this world, this sleep, this way, these people on the way, I sit in my life, thinking about me, sometimes, like I made it. It's almost my flow, almost still my flow. Like an adult.
This is where we begin to see the power of abstractions. While the setup
Abstraction of power.
transistors, it's much simpler to understand what's happening by thinking in terms of logic gates. The values are represented here using electrical signals. Since electricity moves at incredible speed, on the alternate input, the output changes almost instantly. And this is what makes transistors ideal for this job. Other components, like relays and even fancy 3D printed parts powered by weird stuff like marbles or even water, none of this matches the speed and compactness of transistors. Before things become overly complex, we can one more time package all of this functionality into a special component known as an 8-bit adder. An 8-bit adder takes two 8-bit numbers as input and produces the sum of the inputs as another 8-bit number. It also provides an overflow signal, which is essentially the carry-out output of the last full adder inside. This overflow signal is crucial because it informs us whether the storage capacity being utilized is adequate to represent the result of the operation. In this example, both inputs are 1 byte long, but if we attempt to see this,
I said, you know I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning. Oh, well, I like to show one night.
That are unique to you. Does that sound close to how you see it?
Yeah, of course.
I can get you better friend than the one I got my shine. Even when the sun goes down, you leave it alive. You don't want to leave behind. But he did
on. Don't try.
Man, cow, you get home. See, man, cow, you get home. This is the river.
This is the river. River like God.
This is the river.
This is the river.
Yeah, so let you go. We so
Make your hand.
Share the silence with the fire.
A police officer said it was.
Si me cae,
It was your dear friend, and you wanted to dedicate this. But your English is much better than my English. But you're Andrea Bocelli, and I'm not, so.
You have made your attention. Please go.
Number 5.
Number 5. Because this is exercise.
You know,
Like existing experiment like the Christmas time. You know, sleeping sometimes different times. Different times, sometimes sleeping late. Like sleeping sometimes I have a different time. You know, new video of true like true. True of true. New video like true.
Till I feel your touch. see the sunrise. So the city's cold, deep, all around us, baby. Can't see the view. I said, I can't sleep till I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning. Oh, I like to show my trust.
What's happened?
One fact. I know. Reflection. Emotion.
Satisfaction. And another. No. Hey. Look. Good luck.
Just you. Follow.
Follow.
Play.
Follow.
No way. Oh, yeah. Andai a pé.
This is the latest smart
I can to move the jet. Turn around and point at the wall. That night, Frisco Bay, just get it well. Just get it well. Maybe it's my life. Just get it away. Just give it away. I try to move on, it seems like everyone else has got on their mind. When the front door's swung wide open, it seems longer than I said, give it away. Just give it away. Just give me away. I said, honey, don't you even want to have everything? She said, give it away, honey. Just give it away. Can't even give it away.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to thank the CMAs for adding my name to incredible artists on this small history recipients, here in the name of the icon, Willie Nelson. Thank all of these great artists who performed my songs that I've recorded over the years. It's amazing to hear y'all do now.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You. Not you, man.
Whoa, whoa,
Well, thanks,
whoa.
MCA Records. All my fans, y'all are great. My band, recognizing my manager, Herb Woolsey, book manager, Tom Foote, and fiddle player, Gene Others, are resting in peace with the Lord. And last but not least, my family who are all here tonight. My wife, Norma, my son, Bubba, his wife, Tamara, my grand...
Ashley McBride. Take the ribbon from my...
Take the river. Take the river like that. Picking up a river like that.
Against your skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care what's right or wrong.
Is that now something?
There's a
Let me say a war in the moon. Oh, yo, 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 myself.
Yesterday is dead and gone. And tomorrow and Saturday up. Help me make
Yeah, boo, boo, boo.
It's so sad to be up. Help me make it through. I don't wanna be up. Help me make it through.
Around the river, 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 the river, around the river, around the river, around the river. The river, ikväll. Och värmen ifrån framtiden. Sigge. Och vi får ta fram det. Och så kommer det. Fan, vad vitt det. Polanda dice who speak that the journey of the past or the future is of course possible. Now I have a duty 30 years ago. It's like a journey for the past. Very nice. When you very fast. And special from mom. Remember, Mama, you learn children singing this.
A year by 2035.
Wonderful day.
Demanded by core states and small island nations most vulnerable to rising sea levels. Lisa Sachs from the research forum at Columbia Center on Sustainable Investment said the deal is deeply disappointing. Rather than asking what needs to be financed, what is it going to cost, and how are we going to finance it, we have this bizarre adversarial negotiation where figures with developing countries setting out very real costs of making allocation of the benefits without producing. Sorry, it's just too high. And in the end, this commitment is really incredibly overwhelming. Flooding to several parts of the country. Flood alerts and weather warnings are still in place. Football now, Manchester City were thrashed 4-0 by Tottenham Hotspur at the Etihad Stadium. Spurs head coach Ange Postecoglou commended his team's performance.
Yeah, some brave lads. yeah, Capital City at their place. That's pretty daunting prospect for anybody, and it does, it challenges you. And Matt did a bit of everything today. Matt to defend, which I thought we did really well. We had to be disciplined and work hard and play some decent football. I thought we did that. You know, I thought our football was different today. That, you know, when we did get on the ball, we were always threatening. And credit to the lads, outstanding performance.
Elsewhere in the Premier League, Arsenal beat Tottenham Forest 3-0. There were also wins for Chelsea, Brighton and Wolves. BBC News.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, make me over. Now, The Rock Show with Johnny Walker.
Na tyle jesteś już ciekawy, osobnik, że... Ciekawy osobnik? Ciekawy osobnik? Freestyle. Jasne, jeszcze sobie to nagrywaj. A ja skanuję przez ścianę najbliższej mojej głowy, żeby to nie było. I freestyle.
Alright.
This is Cody Johnson's first win for Album of the Year.
What's she gonna do?
48-4.
I did not expect that. I truly expected for Chris Stapleton or Jelly Roll to be announced. I'll be honest with you, I looked at my wife, Brandy, and I said, Jelly Roll's got that. There's very few moments when, in your career and in your life, the Ric Flair feels appropriate, but, wow! No way I feel great. We got great songwriters. We got people that pour their heart and soul out every day on Music Row, that pour their heart into great songs, producers, engineers, and now I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to hand this over to True Will and Jack Clark.
You know, like Jody said, because it takes in order to get perspective. But I gotta tell you, this is for this jungle and been taking stability for a lot of years, y'all. Put it down. We've all been working together for almost 14 years, and it's been a really fun ride. I just want to thank Cody for trusting me, and I love both of them. I want to say, hey, my folks back in Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, the winner of country music, Chelsea.
I'm the kind of take keys. Don't sit in a shotgun seat as you want to. And you make me want to. Hypnotized by the white moon. Your hands tip to one's heart. Makes me feel home. Yeah, boy, I got it home. And I'm 4x4 by you. By you to Kentucky. City to the country. From here to Timbuktu. Boy, after a long day, you know there ain't no wrong. I used to drive my crazy in a 4x4 by you. Parked out in the driveway, back up to the fire on the tailgate, feet on the dashboard, on the night of more. Not even nothing but
ever. So magnificent.
Good job, Lainey.
Performing next is an artist who's going to take this party to the next.
Bad news, that's how many parties in the city have. Yeah, I like to toy booze, and smoke too. I think it's just where you're living now when it's old. And come with sex to the morning. Norton Roses pumping through 12 and through. I don't need nothing but a spot out in the country. A smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. And the money change right here, but the money. I'm trying to mix it up and let me tell you something. Same record in my bitch. Say my big march with me. I did lay up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So my mother turn it up and keep it going. Say whatever you want, but I've been big and it's right. I've been around, and everybody knows my name. And I show up now. I make a real to LA and everybody's at the school, but they don't do it like we do it here. Same change around here, but the money. I'm trying to mix it up and let me tell you something. Same liquor in my bitches, same rowdy punch. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. Take a roll. So how to get it closer. So I'm up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'll take it back. Change right here, but the money. Try to mix it up and let me tell you something. Same liquor in my bitches, same rowdy bunch with it. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it. So take the ball out the truck, take the ball out the truck. Turn it up and beat it, so try to make it funny. So I'm up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'll take it back.
David, you're the perfect person for me to ask. What do you think about the show, The Secret Lives of Pussy Beach?
I love it. What could possibly go wrong? I'm here now, Mr. Google Deal of the Year.
The CMA Award for Local Deal of the Year goes to Brooks and Dunn.
This is Brooks and Dunn's fifth choice win for Local Deal of the Year.
Alright, so what we're going to do here together is we're going to host a lot of these. And there's a guy back there sitting in the production thing behind there because he's going to get them off because they're already taking too long. That was too long right there. What a weird business, right? I love it. I love it. Right now, I really like it, you know? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, there's a famous quote that says, time is undefeated. I just say, not yet, I guess. Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Congratulations to all of this year's CMA Broadcast Award winners. Just ahead, the CMA Awards annual tribute to Will Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award recipient George Strait.
That's something I was interested in then, something weekly. Oh, that sounds nice, yeah? Are they cleaning for you? No, definitely not. They can? No, I like that it looks old and it's the fact that it looks old and damaged by time, that's what I like about it. if it was clean, ordinary must be less shining, yeah?
Yes, if it was clean and shiny again, that would be a little bit less good, I think. I like the old fashioned
No, everyone can clean this.
Oh yeah,
Very slowly, very...
For example, this I would have cleaned. That.
So serious.
Opowiedziałem, sekretario, sekretario, wszystkie powiedział Marcin.
Why so?
Sekretarz.
Why so serious?
I know. No, yes. Sekretario, sekretario, okej, on wszystko powiedział.
Down here, and if I select them, it actually shows you where it's picking it up from the signal itself, which is pretty cool. So we can type
Lifelike portraits that will leave you speak w zawieszeniu. Mam nową żonę albo nowy samochód.
Mechanik.
A, 4 koła.
Polewa w locie naprawił, kurwa.
Nigdy nie rób w chuja kogoś, kto zrobił co mógł, żeby ci pomóc, kiedy sam tej pomocy potrzebował. Lojalność, kurwa. Wciąż trzymam w sekrecie tajemnice ludzi, którzy obrzucają mnie błotem. Mój jedyny błąd polegał na tym, że nie kazałem im wypierdalać za pierwszym razem, kiedy zrobili zły ruch. Nigdy nie zapominaj, żeby o siebie dbać, bo nikt inny tego nie zrobi za ciebie. Poklep się czasem po plecach. Nikt nie wie lepiej, jak ciężko jest być tobą. Jeżeli chcesz mieć w życiu spokój, przestań zaspokajać ludzi, których ty kochasz. Zacznij zaspokajać ludzi, którzy kochają ciebie. Bo życie jest proste, sami je sobie komplikuje.
And today, 8 years like I am of the hood. Age of 18, age certificate degree. And my theory about the zero shadows meaning. It's not only one shadow.
Lepiej ogólnie tak. I know that you there. I know that maybe you have a busy. But today I need you. See, I need you. She's dreaming of me.
Tuż obok mnie, dziś czuję, że zatrzymaj się. Ten jeden blask, stań tuż obok mnie, dziś czuję, że
Tak bardzo. Prosiłbym tak bardzo, prosił.
bądź blisko mnie, poczuć mi tak, że to wszystko ma sens. Dziś wiem, że
Bardziej jeszcze, żeby jeszcze bardziej prosił, żeby jeszcze więcej sił. Tak bym prosił bardzo. Please, bardzo bym prosił. Please, jestem tu. Prosił. Please.
Bez niepotrzebnych niespełnienia.
For me. Forma. Jest, play. Humanistyka, nie robotyka. Komunikowałem, zabijałem. You potrafi. Different meaning. Different meaning. Potrzebują wszystko to samo.
Christian
Different meaning. Sometimes the same. Okay. Light is everywhere.
Wraca do normalnie wiesz, gdzie polecimy. Tylko się nie tam jakoś może
Lepiej ogólnie tak. What does sense make things in one hand? No, it's actually emotion.
Jeden
Okay. But when I find something new, alright, you know what it is. That's you. Fala. Weź. No way. Oh yeah. Zajawkę. Everything.
This is the latest smart.
weight of the world was on my shoulders. Crash into the brain or retreat at every
Wraca do głowy normalnie wielkie polecenie. Tylko patrzę tam jakoś może nawet przyjechać. Na te...
Rzucić kaszę.
Dzisiaj warunki to taką
First time I see jeszcze.
Piercing? I think. Leslie.
Here of the space around the Schweinchedelka sparkles adds another dimension. As if these areas
thoughts running through my head, and I feel the love is dead, and my pain walks down a one-way street. I look above, and do you hold me now, or will you take me?
Different side. Come with me. Watching stars in our movie. Moon's blazed memory.
what you blame on me.
Whoa, about me.
When my skin goes old, and my breaking about. Second from my heart, but I'm dried out, helpless I see.
Wychodzę do resztego. Zagraj mi coś.
I see kills that I made. No, I ain't blame myself, but I ain't never gonna be the same. No one can be the same. No one can be the same.
Ten może mówiłem, żeby zniknęła.
Right or wrong,
Let go.
oh my time, no threat. soME,
Ciężko trochę. Muzyką. Chciałeś zwać mnie muzyką. Chciałeś nazywać mnie muzyką. Na pierwszym piętrze muzyką. A ja umiem tylko tyle z tego, że Ja daję pałę. No.
Take it on.
O? Proszę swoją. Thank you. Jestem w tym mieście, co? Chuj spa. Przyszedł ten dzień! Na zamku. Daj coś zapalić, każdy. Nie mam. Ja, każdy z nas to zobaczy. Co tak świeci po czole, ręka co świeci? Sajgus, wyobraź sobie Sajgus. Jak to wtedy jakiś... Fajnie. Przestrzeń taka wygląda.
Pola, wejdź.
Guys, like from this. Harmony. Maybe I got.
After all,